Martha Stewart has moved on. After 30 happy years in the Hamptons, our founder has sold the 19th-century shingled cottage she bought in 1990 and lovingly renovated and furnished. When she bought the house, she renovated it as closely to the original as possible, but Martha's practical, polished aesthetic made it fresh. Working with renowned local contractor Ben Krapinski, she enclosed a covered porch off the kitchen to create a dining area, wainscoted many of the ceilings, and knocked down walls to create a larger living room and luxe primary suite.
You know, when it comes to entertaining our friends, we sometimes get so involved in the details of the event that we feel like we're on the sidelines looking in, observing others having a good time.
To furnish it, she shopped at yard sales and antique stores, gradually filling the space with collections of Mercury glass, McCoy pottery, and jadeite dishes. When the Clintons rented a house down the street, Martha spotted Hillary taking a morning walk and invited her in for a cappuccino.
While we have these moments together, I'd like to share with you all those things that I've learned to help make your holiday one that you will remember for years to come.
For years, the home's trim was teal, to complement Martha's rose garden.
Herbs are wonderful, not only as garnish and as flavoring for your foods, but also as centerpieces for your holiday tables. I like to pick them in the summertime when they're plump and full and dry them on racks for autumn centerpieces later on.
To turn a small, underutilized dining room into a comfortable spot for Martha, she pulled beloved pieces from storage, like this federal sofa.
The first thing that I think about when planning a party is how many people I'm going to have and where I'm going to put them.
Martha completed an extensive renovation of the shingle-style summer home, which had been badly neglected. Replacing the cracking plaster ceilings with beadboard and removing the outdated heating system in favor of a more eco-friendly modulating gas boiler were among the necessary changes.
This party is going to be for 23 guests, so I have to find a place where we can seat everybody. This is our old 1805 farmhouse kitchen.
Martha also completely renovated the kitchen, installing new marble counters, mahogany cabinetry and a beautiful floor of handmade cement tiles from Mexico that had been dyed a deep teal.
It's called that because Captain Thorpe built it in 1805. He was an onion farmer and barge owner. The ceiling is hung with our collection of old and antique baskets, an accumulation of years and years.
The 6 bedrooms played host to numerous guests during the summer months, when Martha entertained there frequently.
If those baskets weren't on the ceiling, they would certainly be on the table with 1 or 2 or some of our cats in them.
As with Turkey Hill, Martha used Lily Pond Lane as a design laboratory, a place where she could derive style inspiration and then turn that into product.
Everybody loves this room because it's warm and cozy and a delightful place to sit around this table in front of the hearth, just talking or eating or watching what's going on.
Each one of Martha's homes has a distinct and distinguished personality, usually composed of elements drawn from the area where the home is situated but sometimes inspired by a certain way of life.
On the mantelpiece is part of our collection of old tin and copper molds. These turkeys were given to us years ago by...
The color green, and all its various hues and shades, was very influential in the design philosophy that guided the interior decoration of the home.
An unusual mold, we bake a little genoise cake in it for the children at Halloween time.
Even exterior spaces, such as the porch, were treated with refreshing hits of teal.
Out here's our porch, another nice room. A place where we gather on Sundays and on Saturdays, for brunch or for lunch.
Taxidermy also figured very heavily in the decorating scheme, particularly fish and aquatic birds. Martha once said these Victorian specimens, which she has collected for decades, make a loud and peculiar statement.
With a view of the pool and the perennial border and the woods beyond. It certainly is a nice spot just to sit and talk, but I think it's a little bit small for our holiday dinner.
Many of us, too, will remember how enchanted we were by the prolific climbing roses that grew along the openings of the main front porch. Martha transplanted them to her home in Bedford several years ago. In their heyday, however, the roses were among the most widely admired features of the home's exterior. As years passed and Martha's lifestyle changed, she found herself spending less and less time at Lily Pond Lane, only a weekend or two each year. As she herself would say, when you're through changing, you're through. I'm sure Martha is extremely grateful for the 30 years she played caretaker to this beautiful, historic home.
Over here is our dining room. It's by far the most formal room in the house, and a room that I really love. The chandelier came from Andy's grandmother's apartment in New York City. It's been handed down from generation to generation, and I really feel privileged to have it here in the house.